Yo, what's the word, Cardinals? I'm Zach, the main editor.
And I'm Ian, the main writer. Unfortunately, Zach and I have to cover for the last two hosts as they disappeared, unfortunately.
Today's lunch is mini corn dogs and tomorrow's lunch is nachos.
We're starting things off with the national calendar today. Today is National Candy Corn Day. Love it or hate it, it is everywhere this time of year. And that could be good or bad depending on if you enjoy it or not. Girls tennis this season recently had their tennis banquet. Gabby Newton and Abby Szymanski were academic all-state. Gabby Newton and Caitlin Easton were all conference captains for next season. And Caitlin Easton and Melanie Lee.
We have another alumni spotlight today that we would like to go and show you how the interview went.
John, Mr. Severance, I'll talk to you for a minute or two, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So I got some questions here. All right. So my first question is, what's your name and what do you do?
My name's Matt Severns, and I'm the principal at Highland Park Elementary in St. Paul.
And what made you want to pick that job?
I think what made me want to pick this job is I really liked my time in high school at Coon Rapids High School. It wanted me to pursue a career in education. So I went to college for education and started teaching actually at Coon Rapids High School for a few years. After that, I decided I wanted to make the jump into administration, moved over to St. Paul, and I've been at this school for 3 years now.
If you could go back to high school, what would be some things that you would change?
Oof, if I could go back to high school, one of the things that I would change is my haircut. I used to have just wild hair that went out to here, and every time I look at a picture, I blush a little bit because that was a little different from where I'm at right now. But I really liked my high school experience, and I think I got a lot from the experiences that we were able to have at Coon Rapids High School.
What would you like? What advice would you give high schoolers today?
I think the advice that I give high schoolers is that high school is a great time in life to be able to try on different things. You know, right after high school, you got big questions ahead of you. You got to figure out what you're going to do with your life. That might be college for some of you. That might be work for some of you. That might be any number of things. And high school is an opportunity for you to figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what do you like, what don't you like, so that when it comes time to make that decision, you have all of the information you need to make the right decision. So do everything you can in high school to get those opportunities.
When did you know that you wanted to be in education when you're older?
Yeah, really good question. I don't think I have a specific moment that comes to mind for when I wanted to. I think a lot of people, when they figure out what they want to do for the rest of their life, they have a couple things that kind of lead them in that direction. So like I said earlier, one of the things that happened is I had a really good experience at Coon Rapids High School. I liked my teachers, I liked my friends, I liked the act of learning, and I knew that that's something that I wanted to be a little bit of a part of. And then once I got to college and started taking some of those courses, much like in high school where you get to try different things, when you get to college, you get to try different things too. And I took some education courses, liked those. And then once I came into school first day as a substitute teacher and then a teacher, I just loved the work and knew that that's something that I wanted to continue doing.
What was the first job you worked?
First job I worked was at Kmart. There's a Kmart down in Blaine that's now, I don't know, maybe an AutoZone or something like that. And I worked there. I had stocked shelves, and I loved every minute of it when I was in high school.
All right. I got two more. What's your favorite activity to do in your free time?
My favorite activity to do in my free time is I think I like cooking, but I think I only like cooking because I really love food, and the end result of cooking is getting that food.
What do you like cooking?
I love cooking. Right now I'm into kind of more heavier Italian dishes as the weather's getting cool. I cooked a really good pasta the other day for some friends, and it was everything I hoped it'd be.
All right, and lastly, what would you say is the best trait to have to be successful?
I think the best trait that you got to have to be successful is you got to be a little bit open-minded. You can have a plan for what's coming up next, but you really can't predict the future. So you got to know what is ahead of you and then be prepared to try on those opportunities that present yourself with. When you're in high school right now, that opportunity might be a class that you might not have envisioned yourself taking. But any number of things can come your way, and you got to be able to be open to whatever's ahead of you, try different things, figure out who you are, and then through that, I think you'll find success.
All right, that's all the questions I have.
Very cool.
Huge thanks to them for being in the red zone, as it means a lot to us.
Well, thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow in spooky fashion.